most successful experiment so far is in Spain. It's a place called Mondragon, Mondragon, Mondragon. That's the name of a small city just south of the Pyrenees Mountains that separate Spain from France. I've been there, so I'm a personal witness. But they started when a Catholic priest in 1956, which was then a very, very poor region, said to his parishioners, very famous, his name is Father Arizmendi. By the way, that's the name of a bakery in the Bay Area in California, Arizmendi.
Arizmendi.
And that's why it's a worker co-op named after this priest in Spain, long dead, who says to his parishioners, if we wait for an employer to come here to give us a job, we'll all die of old age before it happens. So I have an idea. Why don't we become our own boss? And he sets up with 6. He sets up the first worker co-op in that area. It's now the 7th largest corporation in all of Spain.
Oh, wow. And still a co-op.
Yes, but now it's a family of about 200 co-ops under one corporate umbrella called the Mondragon Cooperative Corporation. Look it up. It's full of document. Google will take you there right away. Look, it has its problems. No one is presenting this as the great nirvana. But if you want to know, can you organize a worker co-op? Yes. Have they done so? Yes. Have they had failures and successes? Yes. Have they learned from all of that? Yes. Have they collected all they've learned? Yes. Mondragon is so successful it has over 100,000 employees now, including the largest supermarket chain in Spain. It runs its own university, I've been there, teaching its own courses on how to start a worker co-op, how to run a worker co-op, how to finance a worker co-op, how to deal with the interpersonal problems if you don't have a hierarchy. I mean, all the problems you can imagine, they already have had practical experience with. So we, if we did this in the United States, which I hope we will, wouldn't have to start from scratch, wouldn't have to invent it all. A lot of this has been done if we're just open to it. The largest savings bank in Germany is a co-op. You know, the co-ops, Britain has lots of co-ops. Italy has a law on the books. Forget the name of the guy, the name of the Italian legislature who goes with the law. Anyway, here's the law. If you get on and it's still a law, it was passed in 1985, and so it's whatever it is, 40 years old now. Under this law in Italy, if you become unemployed, you have a choice. A, you can do like we do in this country. You can go on what is there called the dole. England calls it that too. You get a weekly check for a year or whatever you're entitled to help you through the unemployment. You could do that. Or you can choose Plan B. Plan B is the following. The government will give you your fully entitled weekly sum for the whole thing, in one lump sum right now, under the following conditions. 1, this is your unemployment. If you need it again, the government will not help you. You got yours. 2, you have to use this as seed money for a worker co-op. And you have to do it with at least 9 other recipients of unemployment who make the same choice. In other words, it's a way to deal with unemployment that says, here, we don't think it's all that good for you to be on the dole for a year. You're going to lose your self-esteem, you're going to have strains in all the things we know go with unemployment. We don't want you to have that. And we know that if we give you this money and you can't come back, you're going to do your damnedest to make this work. So we're going to hit 10 or more of you. We'll let you, and they have worker co-ops all around Italy because they were basically, and it didn't cost the government anything extra because they would have given them that money anyway.
That is such a foreign law to me.
Yeah, isn't that interesting though? Interesting? I forget, I can look it up and get it for you if you're ever interested. I just forget the name of the legislator whose name is on it. They've tried to get rid of it, and it's very popular, so they couldn't do it. So I think that's the future, and I think the answer to the question is that's what the next stage of human history is.